Well, today's going to be kind of a busy day. I've got a couple things around camp here. I want to put up that netting mesh stuff, try to get this thing a little more sunproof in the morning so that I can stay cooler longer and get a better night's rest. And then I have to go to a rehearsal this evening. I won't be back until late. I have to leave camp here pretty soon and do some things back at the house and go about my normal life. The only way I get to really live in my camper for a week and enjoy a camp out is I still have to, tend to normal everyday business. So I've got to take care of that, and it's a good time to do it because it's hot. And so I'll get that done during the heat of the day. But then tomorrow is the official MEATFEST day, and it's the official meat smoking day. So I've got to also at the house get all the meat prepared for tomorrow. Check that out. It's 150 degrees inside my smoker, and that's just from the sun beating down on it. And I know that because I also have a thermometer down here where the meat is closer to the grate, and it's also registering 150. So inside that smoker, it's 150 degrees. That means you could totally put a piece of meat on there and cook it just using this energy from the sun. It's getting warm out, folks. Well, here we have it, folks. We've got our brisket, salt and pepper seasoned. We've got our roast beef. This is a bottom round roast, salt and pepper seasoned. And we've got our pork butt, seasoned with my own concoction, my own barbecue rub, and chili powder and cumin based rub to give it a Mexican flair with a little lime juice coating. We're going to spritz with apple cider vinegar once every half hour to an hour. And what we have here in the pan is our stock from the shells from our shrimp and our crawfish. And what we're going to be doing is boiling that stock down, reducing it, and concentrating it for later use in a gumbo. But it's also going to be doing two other things. It's going to be picking up smoke flavor from the fire, but it's also going to be imparting moisture into the meat. So this is our water pan / stock. We're killing two birds with one stone here. Let's get to cooking. We're going to be shooting for a smoker temperature of about 250 plus, 275 even today. We're going a little hotter than I usually do because I don't want this to be a 20-hour smoking session. So we are going a little hotter than normal. I didn't film any last night because I didn't get back till after 11 o'clock, and all I did was go in and pass out. So I ate supper on the go last night, and that's it. So there wasn't no purpose of filming. So I did get a good night's sleep, and it wasn't nearly as hot this morning. The humidity is down. The dew point is like 63, so it's still in the comfort zone, dew point wise. And we've got a great breeze. Now it is 90 degrees out here, and I am sweating, but I've got my cage fan, and we've got a nice breeze going, and the humidity is very low, which means it's a good 10 degrees cooler in the shade. It feels like it. So that makes all the difference in the world. That dew point is how much water is really in your air, and the higher that dew point is, anything over 64 or 5 is going to start to feel uncomfortable. But with a dew point of 63, I'm all right. I'm doing okay. So there's your weather lesson for the day. Step 2 time, and let the smoke roll. It is MEATFEST. 136. That's a good medium rare for our center of our roast beef. So we're gonna get this wrapped up, and I'm gonna set it to rest since I got the lid open. Whew. I try to put my new wood on about the time I open the lid. That way it does all its crazy smoking, gets that out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and do a mop on these. I did flip these once, but I've been running with the fat cap up. I'm already getting close to the point where I could probably wrap these. I like it when the bark is about right at 165. I'm going to pull off the seafood stock, because I don't want it to get too smoky. It might be too smoky already. I'll have to taste it. Oh man, it's not too smoky at all. Well, the beef roast here has been resting for about an hour. We're going to snitch a few slices off of it and see if it turned out into anything edible. Now the outside slices are going to be well done, and the interior slices, of course, will be medium rare. Ho ho ho! I'm excited to get this on the slicer. We'll put it in the fridge overnight, cool it down. Tomorrow we'll put it on the slicer. I'll show that at the end of this video. Howdy ho! Alright. Well, I've been spending the afternoon and parts of the early evening here doing some things around the property. I mowed some of the campsites and sprayed some weeds on the trails. Working on spraying these cattails out here so that I can go fishing and actually have a place to cast out. I'm hoping this stuff I got to work. Anyway, we're getting close to time to wrap. Getting really good color, really good bark on these. Brisket is at 157, 58. We're looking good in the bush. This brewski here is a special brewski. You know why? Because this is the beer that we made out of snow. Check that episode out. It was brewing bush beer over a fire. Episode number, I want to say 56. Anyhow, here's what happened. When we first put it on tap, we thought it was pretty tasty. And then it developed off flavors a couple weeks later. So I just left it. I didn't dump it out, I didn't nothing, I just left it. Because sometimes when you leave a beer, forget about it, come back, the off flavors are gone. So I came back to it last week, and I hit the tapper, and it had cleared up quite a bit. It's darkened a little bit in color, and its off flavors are totally gone. So here we are, 90 degrees out, drinking the beer that Steven and I made out of snow. Ooh! Alright, so here's the deal. I've been getting a lot of things done today, and one of the things I want to do right now is try to do something about these cattails. Now these cattails are in full bloom, so they got the little corn dog looking things on them, and they're a nuisance. I know they're wild edible and they're a useful plant in a survival situation, but we want to use this pond. We want to be able to access it. I want to be able to go fishing in this pond. I want to be able to pull up a boat and be able to see the water. I got to get rid of these stupid cattails. So a couple years ago I ordered this stuff called Catplex. And I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I mixed up a sprayer of it, and it says to do it when they're at their prime growing season. So when they're at full bloom, which is right about now. Like I said, they got those hot dog looking things on them. And I'm going to go ahead and spray these cattails. This stuff is supposed to be very water soluble, biodegradable. It's not supposed to hurt the aquatic life as far as the fish or any of that. It's an aquatic herbicide, so it's meant for treating stuff that grows in the water. What it does is it goes down through the leaf into the root system and kills the whole root system. The thing with cattails, if you don't kill the whole root system, they just come right back. Last year, or the year before last, I came back here and I pulled them all out by hand. I waited around and pulled them all out by hand. It did absolutely no good. They came back in a year. So I'm going to try to kill out this root system. Hopefully that takes care of the problem. Well, it's said to make sure that at least 50% of the plant is covered. Obviously, I can't get to the other side without a boat, but I sprayed into them as much as I could. They all have got a nice sheen on them now. They're all wet. So hopefully, it says in 2 to 4 days, you should see some results. I really want to do some catch and cook episodes here at this pond. We've got a lot of bluegill, we got bass in here, and possibly even some catfish. So I want to do some fishing here, and I haven't done much fishing on In the Bush, and I really want to segue into more fishing and hunting and trapping and that sort of stuff. So I want to get this pond ready so I can do some catch and cook survival challenges here. That'd be fun. I want to do some episodes where I completely eat and live off the land. Time to foil these bad boys up. Oh yeah. Brisket has hit an internal temperature of 167, 69, 168. Pork butt has hit an internal temperature of 169. Okay, about the same. I'm gonna wrap these bad boys up, get some moisture in the foil with them. Oh, this is gonna be so awesome. Gonna be throwing a little butter in with this brisket and just a touch of apple cider vinegar. Kind of wet it down just a little bit, and the tin foil with it. So here's the deal. I know you're all excited and you want to know, did the brisket turn out? Did the pork butt turn out? And the truth is undoubtedly yes. It's been well over an hour. Been resting. Oh, that's just the corner. Let's slice a piece here. All right. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. Brisket. It's plenty juicy. Lots of fat. A nice smoke ring on the top there. Oh. Well, don't mind if I do. Here we are with the pulled pork. This should just shred. I mean, when I put it in, okay, there you go. Oh, that's amazing. It's got that cumin taste, that chili powder taste, the smoke. Yeah. lot of people might be asking, why would you make a cheap, 25-cent box of macaroni and cheese with, brisket? And the only reason I did that was because it's 2:30 in the morning. I've been smoking this meat all day, and I'm getting pretty tired. I didn't really have the wherewithal to cook a ginormous meal at 2 in the morning. So macaroni and cheese it was. And let me tell you, it doesn't suck. I got brisket on top of macaroni and cheese. And who doesn't love cheap mac and cheese, right? Like, it's like a comfort food. It's like a staple. It's really good when it has brisket on top of it. Now that was more like it. Cold brew this morning. I finally got some good sleep on this trip. So, yeah, just if I'm going to use the camper, it has to be in the shade, at least during the time that I want to sleep. So, which would be the morning for me. So, it has to be parked in a way that blocks the eastern sun of a morning. I had a lot of fun cooking and relaxing, and I just want to say thanks everybody for watching, and hope you're enjoying the videos. And get out there and have fun. Get out there in nature, even if it's just walking out into the woods and building a fire like when I first started, and cooking maybe something really simple over it. Get yourself a little bushcraft backpack, with all your, cooking stuff in it or whatever, and just start getting out there and have some fun. That's the best. And then, or if you're more into the modern style of camping, then you can do something like this. But it's really good for the soul. It really recharges you, and I think everybody should do it. So thanks again for tuning in, and as always, we'll see you next time in the bush. This is some great stuff. I'll tell you what, I'll never buy deli roast beef again when I can do this. It doesn't suck.